Life after domestic violence, life after death, as I like to call it. No pun intended, considering that the executive producer of Life After Death by Biggie is on trial for all kinds of shit involving domestic violence. But in any event, I ain't never dating nobody. I'm never fucking with nobody again. I'm only gonna be with a man if he could do this, that, and that for me. I can't be bothered. Nigga, look at me the wrong way, I'm calling the cops. I can't, I won't. All the things you tell yourself. But in the words of Kim, there's nowhere to hide when love is calling your name in from the dark, child. So what happens? You got your wall up, your defenses up, rightfully so. Because the last guy you trusted was on some bullshit, and you are a soldier. So you survived, and you came up out of that, and now you're trying to live your best life. You're trying to be as cautious as possible. You're trying to be as careful as possible. But you cannot defeat love. And what's for you is for you. And not to say that abuse is for you, but perhaps there was a reason that you went through that situation, right? I think so. I think there's a reason why I went through it. I mean, I think I went through that because when you learn, you teach. It's as simple as that, right? So sometimes you're just the vessel, unfortunately. But you know what they say, God pick his strongest soldiers, child. I know sometimes you be like, all right, God. But it is what it is, right? So in any event, somebody comes along in your life and you are not even thinking about taking him seriously because you're like, I ain't got it. But as time goes on, you catch feelings. And he catch feelings. And feelings is feelings. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? You don't even know. You have no idea how to act or how you're going to act in this new relationship. You have no fucking clue. Because what you don't know, especially if you hadn't gone to therapy and you didn't go see the lady and you didn't take the necessary steps, and sometimes you don't even know what the steps are. You don't even know. You just don't fucking know, right? You have no idea what you're bringing into this new relationship. So in the case of Corinne meets someone, or I like to say somebody met Corinne because she really was not with the shits. And you, me, end up in this relationship. And you don't know till you know. Until things start to happen. Until the relationship starts to do what it needs to do. And you start to react. This is when you get into a new relationship after domestic violence, unfortunately, that is when you find out all the things that you have not healed from. You find out everything, especially if you haven't gone to therapy. Because let me tell you, even if you did go to therapy, you still got to do the work in a new relationship. A therapist can heal you, tell you anything, but it's not until you are in that situation that you will know what you will do, right? So you're in this relationship and this man goes to give you a hug and you flinch. And he's like, what the hell? Now, I'm on the fence. Sidebar, not really. I'm on the fence about telling the next man that you were in an abusive relationship. Because you never know who you're dealing with again, right? On the one hand, you could feel like you trust this man to say, hey, listen, I've been through some shit. So you gotta forgive me if A, B, C, and D. I've been through some shit. And he's like, what? And you tell him everything that you could possibly remember and conjure up and have the courage to share with another human being, because a lot of that shit is wild, embarrassing, even though you shouldn't be. It was done to you, but it's just like, there's just some things that even to this day, I have not told my husband, and I never will. I haven't told anybody, to be honest, and I never will, because I just can't even form the words to say this person did this to me or made me do this thing. I just don't want to. I'd rather not. Right? So, but you tell this new man, this new person, everything that you're most comfortable telling him. Two things are going to happen. He's going to either, one, empathize, sympathize, all the things, love on you, embrace you, and spend every single waking moment trying to prove to you that he is not that man that abused you. We love that, don't we? Shout out to Alex Fine, right? And all the Alex Fines of the world. Or you're going to meet someone who is also abusive, meaning he's going to be mentally and emotionally and psychologically abusive towards you because of what you went through. He's going to blame you for it, not with words, but with his actions. He's going to say to himself, if the last nigga treated her like this, why she expect me to treat her any better? Anytime you say or do anything, he going to hold it against you. Oh, you want me to do this, but you allowed the last nigga, you know? So it's a fine line between telling someone or not. I would rather not. Knowing what I know now, I would just show up my resilient, healed self, being who I am. He will be none the wiser. He wouldn't know why I've become this woman that I've become. He wouldn't know nothing unless maybe the opportunity presented itself and I made, I say I've been through something, whatever. But to tell a man your past and your story, it's a gamble. It's a gamble, and it could set you back, and it could do more harm than good, right? In Corinne's instance, though, in her story, she was so fragile and so shaken up and so just out of pocket after everything she experienced with Monty, as she should. And she did not want to be in this relationship, and she took her time and she did all the things. And when they got close enough to one another and they were in a relationship, it just got really bad. So life after domestic violence is not easy. It's not easy trusting someone new. It's not easy being in another relationship. Some of us don't get in real relationships. Like after my relationship, after my DV relationship, I don't even know what to call it. I hate calling it my abusive, I don't know what to say. After that relationship, I got out of that. I was 21 years old. I was 21, and I was just so happy to be free. I was just so happy to be outside and not having nobody beating on me. And this, I mean, I still had to watch my back in a sense because he still was lingering around, but I knew I was free. I knew I was done. I knew there was no turning back. I knew you run up on me, run up, get done up. I knew it was, I was done, right? And not even a year later, I ended up with someone, and mentally I wasn't on some, oh, I got a man, this is, I'm with somebody new. I was just coasting. And we ended up in a relationship. And 3-4 years after that, we produced a child. This sweet baby right here. She's 21 now. But I knew mentally, most of that relationship, I wasn't really feeling relationshipy. Like I was in one, but mentally I wasn't. If that makes sense. It don't make sense to me either, but I know what I know, and I know what I was feeling. And I think even the relationships after that, for me, I've always had one foot in and one foot out. They've always been situationships because I felt that it would save me from the responsibility. Now check this old wild shit out. the responsibility of having to be in an abusive relationship, because technically we are not together. So go abuse your main chick, but don't bring that shit over here. Does that make sense? Or, just I'm not in a relationship. I'm not your woman, so I can't bear the weight or the responsibility of a lot of the things that you're gonna want from me as a girlfriend or whatever, because we ain't really like that. So I was always 1 foot in, 1 foot out for years, and I was okay with it until I wasn't. And it was just like, wait a minute, you cheating yourself. This is wild. Like, it was just, again, listen, it take years. I never went to go see the lady. And so, self-reflection, I did a lot of work on myself. And I know this is going to sound crazy as hell, but at this point in my life, I don't need therapy, because I do the self-work. I do so much self-work. Like, am I going to tell the therapist everything I went through and she's going to tell me what I need to do? I know what I need to do and I do it. Right? But that's just me. That's my opinion. Don't tussle with me, because I don't really care. This is what works for me. Every time I think I want to do therapy and I do it, I'm like, the therapist ain't telling me nothing I don't know. The therapist ain't telling me nothing that I ain't been doing. Like, so what is this really about? Because I'm very fair with myself. I'm very fair with things that I've experienced. I look at both sides. I'm not a victim. I'm not one of those people where everybody does me wrong and it's not me. I check myself within myself, and I look at everything from all sides to be like, yeah, you can handle that better. I can see why that person may have felt that way. I do all the things. All the things that a therapist. Let me tell you something. My friends know I always say I got my MJB in psychiatry. I got my MJB. I got my Mary J. Blige. Like, I've been through all the drama. I've been through all the things. And at the end of the day, I am an expert of Ayana. In any event, life after domestic violence, when you try to find love, when you want to fall in love, but you're so scared because you cannot trust nobody. Because let me tell you something, baby. There's sometimes where life after domestic violence, you find your king and you're like, whew, thank you, Jesus. I ain't got to kiss mad frogs to find my prince, right? It don't really work out that way for everybody. It don't work out that way for everybody. So be kind to yourself. Be gentle to yourself. Trust yourself. After you come out, I wouldn't rush. In hindsight, knowing what I know now, I would have definitely gone to therapy. Listen, after my situation, I was going to this domestic violence group for a short period of time, and I stopped going because he found out I was going. He found out where I was. You know what I mean? And I was just like, I'm not safe nowhere. So I was just done. I was done, and I was like, fuck it. You know what I mean? But knowing what I know now, if when you come up out of a situation like that, please go get help. Please go get therapy. Please just let the lady tighten you up, clean you up, help see you through a lot of things, because what happened to you has definitely rewired your brain. It has rewired your views on love and people and trust. It fucks you up. And this is what people don't understand. It fucks you up. So if you can get help, get help. Go see the lady. Surround yourself with positive people. Take no fucking shorts when it comes to who you have around you. Anybody that make you feel some type of way about your healing, they gotta go. No compromising, no more. You've done enough of that with that psycho and that fucking monster that put you through that hell. You're done at this point. You're done. You're not playing no games, and you ain't faking no jacks no more with nobody. It's over. Life is real. Now you know people will turn on you and shit can get real any minute, right? Please go to therapy. Find somebody trustworthy and knowledgeable and safe to help you heal after a situation like that, right? So at least you have a fighting chance, because you deserve love. All men are not crazy. All men are not abusive. All men are not dogs. You deserve love, right? You deserve that shit. That is your human right, okay? We are put on this earth to love one another, to be kind to one another, to take care of one another. You know what I mean? So do not let some abusive asshole take that gift and take that from you. That is the most beautiful blessing you can have in this world, to give love and receive love and to be in love. Like, listen, baby, nothing has stopped me from being in love or loving someone or getting loved on. I don't care if it was a lie. I don't care if it hurt. I don't care if it ended. That feeling of love, I'm love. Regardless of what I experience in my life, I'm love. So I know love exists because I'm love. I'm just walking around. I'm a big old heart. I'm a big old love. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm like, I know there's love out there regardless of what. Because if I can still love in spite of everything I'm going through, not just with my abuser, but even after that, child, please, right? So I've never been the girl to be like, fuck love. I may have had my moments where I'm like, fuck niggas. But as far as fuck love, whatever. Anyway, I'm all over the place. But life after domestic violence. You get into a relationship with a man that has no clue what you've been through, and you are wilding on him. You are spazzing, you're scared, you're flinching whenever he go to hug you, you flipping you. You don't know what's going on. How do you see your way through that? You may lose this man, especially if he don't know what's going on. He gonna make this bitch crazy, right? Not his fault. He don't fucking know. You may lose him if you tell him. Because unfortunately, some men will lose respect for you. Like, so you let somebody treat you like that? You don't know your self-worth. I'm out of here. You may lose him like that. It is a gamble, which is why it is very necessary to get therapy so that you know yourself. You own yourself. You own your shit so that when you get into another situation, should you want to share it with them, no matter what they decide to do, it ain't gonna break you. No matter what they decide to do, you're in a space where you're like, cool. All right, he can't handle the fact that I was in an abusive relationship. He thinks less of me, or he thinks I'm damaged, or whatever they think that makes them say, yeah, I'm good on you. Go to therapy so that another man's actions does not break you, and it does not deter you from finding love or receiving love from somebody. Because not everybody is like that. Not everybody is ignorant in a sense where they feel like if you were in an abusive relationship, you have low self-esteem, you don't care about yourself, or you must have liked it, or you was in it because you was getting something from it, and all these wild and crazy, hurtful things. It's absolutely ridiculous. Right? Life after domestic violence is real. I'm living proof. Now, it took me about 2 decades to get it right. But that's just my story, and that's because I didn't take the steps. Even back then, I don't even know about... We have so many resources now. Back then, I was given the resources from the people in the courts. And I was sent to this place... And I was going, and I had the group, and we were all sitting around talking about it. And I may have gone to maybe 3 appointments before this man showed up. And I felt unsafe, and I never went back. And I was just like, what's the point? I thought this was a place that was supposed to save me. I thought this was a safe place, and I felt that it wasn't. And it was. I later found out that he possibly knew somebody and that those people told him, shit like that. Like I said in the last video, abusers get support in community. Those of us, the abusees, we get ridiculed, we get laughed at, we get talked about. It is just the most ridiculous fucking thing. Life after domestic violence is real. Do not let your current circumstances determine your future. You are worthy of everything. When you're down and out and you're in these situations, and the life that you are envisioning for yourself, say, oh my God, I just want this, I just want that. That's your life. That's the life you're supposed to have. You're at rock fucking bottom, and those wishes you have, I just want this, I just want that, all of that. That is the life that is meant for you. So when you are blessed enough to come up out of that abusive relationship, go get that life and motherfuck anybody that gets in the way of you trying to achieve that. Period. Until next time, be great.